While I was gone, I had the thought that maybe Gina is McGilded's daughter or something. I don't know. It was a thought. I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Well, maybe I'll find out. I know that there's overarching stuff that'll lead into the next game as well. Look at those plushies! Oh my gosh, look at Ichiban! That's so cute! Oh my gosh, holy crap! He's so cute! He's so cute! See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. She does. What's the last one? Who's that? I don't know who that is yet. I have way too many games that I need to play. Help me. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my! Surely you were given that? Yeah? Did he let me keep it? After look daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and said, go on then, have it, before telling me to scarp her. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. Can't help feeling that's gonna get you into serious trouble one day. Look at the wrong person, honey, and you'll find yourself at the end of a gun like we just did. What I really wanted to say was that nice shiny disc. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine. The music box disc? Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windibanks again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now. Taking a statement for Mr. Windibank. But that disc's mine. I had the ticket for this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. There should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cove said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? He's trash, oh no! Trash characters? I love trash characters. Why do you think I like Bakugo so much? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? We like nice trash, we don't like bad trash. Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might tend to train you with the modest violin recital. No. No ta. Oh. I don't know what she means with that. I don't know what the ta was for, really. Why would I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh, she's gone. Ah! Oh dear, she's gone. Haven't really reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry. I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop. Ah, that's Windibanks, the pawnbrokery. Looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. Reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. Aw, poor Ryunosuke. This one's closed. I don't know why I'm searching everything like there's hint coins somewhere. This is not Professor Layton. Baker Street. Is this our home, or...? It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. It is! I still can't quite believe it. Never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know! To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective! Oh, she meant it like as, oh, I know! If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Absolutely, we would defend Susato. Okay, I guess we move now. We can't go back to the pawnbrokery, we're not allowed. I feel like somebody's gonna turn up dead, and they're gonna try and blame Gina. Sholmes is sweet. Let's go back in. Is this the correct choice? It sounds like it's the correct choice. It's the correct choice. April 15th, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes is sweet. Oh, Susie and Bruno! Come in, come in! Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it! Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always. I am! I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, aren't you? Oh, yes! After all, we have a special guest joining us! Guess who it is? Go on! You'll never guess! Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear. It is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. She's so cute, I love her. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yes, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you Mr. Naruhodo? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Sitting here. Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes. Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. I know what it is! Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How did you... Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book! This girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. My voice for her kinda hurts my throat. Living with Sholmes, we're starting there. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind that we're your real parents. My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born, and around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the middle chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner. It's your father? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But that only made me want to look even more. So I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts is my father. So Harris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. It was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, I mean... Oh, it must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There's some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right! Wilson! Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. There's his father, who went to some distant land. He's a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. He's the one that died in the first case. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. The man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Miss Susato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. That music after that is very active music. I apologize greatly for that cough. Ginny! So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? Yes! Who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends! Aww. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh dear. Oh. And I chased after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Well, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. Just hope she does actually come. Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you. Oh, he's awake. He's okay again. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? You have a short-term memory. Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madame? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Oh, another music box disc. No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as... Really? Did you snatch it? Did he snatch it from Gregson without... Or did he swap him? Ugh. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence, Mr. McGilded's disc. Oh my! Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. That's not good. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting! I'd be your pickpocketing assistant! And Rilo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught! Right. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our menacing crime notifications! Yes, I'd be delighted! It's just I don't know! I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Why do you have the disc? I don't understand. How did this disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. That sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's the bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking out whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes. Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars. Like this. That's amazing. This can all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of precisely controlled solution. Weird. He's so weird. How extraordinary. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. Though I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. I feel it's not music. This could be something else. Magnus McGilded. That's a name I'd expected to have here again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. He's pretty. Why is he pretty? Why is he so horrible but pretty? Melissa, help. I don't need another... Not another one. Not another one! No, don't leave me! Don't leave me like this! Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. I have to take a screenshot. I'm sorry, I have to. I can't have another one, but Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice Fried Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. I still have no idea what really happened that night. Although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. I could take Sholmes. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Why is my... Maybe it's just flashing because it's on. My Salvo controller's red light is flashing. I hope that doesn't mean the battery's almost dead because I just put these in like 2 weeks ago. Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Bruno? I'm gonna have to make her voice a little less scratchy for myself. Inside a music box, there's a special metal plate called a comb. And that's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all around the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's Hurley for you, always taking things too far. But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? But my room. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with a pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me. Something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were incensed as I was. Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madame, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Bakersville story, Hurley? No, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Bakersvilles. I should love to read it. What's wrong? Ah! Oh dear. There's something wrong here. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Susie? What did you just say? You said the Hound of the Bakersvilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's because Miss Susato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. Basker? Oh, I can't read. I can't read. But Runo, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's. And yet, how could Susie know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on? Ah. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Oh, she did come to dinner, but what's going on? What's going not over there on the other side of the screen. No, take us back over there. What's happening? I'm confused. Miss Lestrade? This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. No, come back! No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh no, she's sad. Oh yes! Just wait there, Ginny. I'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie! Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn it is then. She's scared. She's so shook. Hi, Wugga, hi! Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love him so much. He's so cute. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves, well into the night. This is a very, very weird case. It's not even a case yet. April 15th, 9:34 p.m., Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine. I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court! Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. Ah, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once! Oh, no! That won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, hello? Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends! Oh, she's hurting my throat. Ah, Iris, hello again. Gina! And Gina too! Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful? Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. So, anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night! Yes, good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer. With a lawyer who lives in a place like this. Yes, me too! It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Yes, I suppose she probably does. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it? It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. My daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So, I never really met him. Oh. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean. Oh? How? I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please, do not ask me. Alright then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. That's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. That's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I'll bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? I don't think he is. I realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, Diamond's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. Sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. Aww. I do want to see Daddy. So much. Oh, Iris. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? Oh, come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? That's simple. If that story was really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't no Windibanks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. She's only 10! Isn't she? She's like 10 or 11. I think she's 10. Oh my goodness, look at the time! Come along, Jenny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then. Bye. Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhata-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, and also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Stern Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. With voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking with her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. There it is. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? I'm scared. What's happening? Wait a minute. Why is there light on at this time of night? Oh, that's Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windibank's. Oh no. It's simple. If that story was really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Oh, it's Miss Susato. Miss Susato! It's April 16th at 1:14 a.m. on Baker Street. The door to Windibank's. It's open. And the lamp is burning. Must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. I was about ready to go to bed. What's happening? There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Oh my goodness me. Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go! Right. What's happening? Blast! I've lost them. Hello, what have we here? The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about it? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? What's happening? With a policeman close behind me, I run back to Windibank's. It's an animated scene, oh
Mr.
my goodness.
Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh no.
It's Gina!
That's not good. That's not good. Oh dear. What? My controller died! Ah, that's why it was flashing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't... What's happening? Oh my gosh, I think Mr. Windibanks is dead. Mr. Windibanks is dead and Gina's gonna be the suspect. Oh my. I'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go! Oh, is it just repeating? Basically. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! She's being framed. It's Gina? She's being framed. Absolutely being framed. From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Oh gosh. April 16th, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, Iris. Oh, Iris. A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, so alone, Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. But that's next week. That'll have to be next week. Because I need to go to bed. Severely need to go to bed. I'm so confused. I don't understand what's happening. Oh dear me. Gina's obviously being framed because that's how Ace Attorney works. That's how Ace Attorney works. I'm trying to find a good emote, hold on. It's so... I don't understand! I don't understand what's happening! I guess next week we'll find out. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird case, isn't it? Oh dear. I thought we were having a grand old time, and now Gina's gonna be accused of murder. But it looked like there were two people there. In the shadows, when Sholmes got shot. It looked like there were two people there. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out next week. But yeah, I have to go to bed really bad. I gotta take my vitamins. I gotta finish my water. I still need to, drink a bottle and a half of water. Oh dear. Next week's gonna be a weird well, it might not be weird, but I guess we're gonna start really investigating on what happened, so I guess we'll do that next week, and Friday we'll do New Otherworld Ends with You. I'm glad I did this instead of changing New Otherworld Ends with You for tonight. But I'll be back Friday. Oh, I'm off work Friday, so I might be earlier and we might stream longer. I don't know yet. It's gonna depend on what I decide to do, but anyway, I'll be back Friday. Have a good night. Bye.